Dun dun dun. Boom. Last but not least, by the way, here with the one and only Gavin Dantez.
What's up, guys?
So we're in Bali right now, and we're at Jubril's villa. And last night we all hung out at Omnia and got it in last night out here in Uluwatu, and just kind of meeting Gavin. He's another entrepreneur, Ecomm guy. Grew a $3 million Ecomm biz
last year from zero.
Wow. Okay. So
yeah, man, that's like, it's cool and everything, but like, fuck, man, I fucked up for so many years.
Yeah, so exactly.
It's
a long journey.
It looks overnight to some people, but it wasn't.
Yeah, absolutely. What's up, guys? Yeah, as we do this epic villa tour, holy shiesta.
Like, this is for real, for real.
Hey!
Africa!
The one and only Abnormal Fitness in the building. Yo, dudes. So, yeah, this is Jubril's villa. And we were just over here touring the Sundays Beach Club villas. Some banana shit, yo. This is some monkey banana shit.
So it wasn't a racist thing.
This is turn you into a hungry monkey. So this is like, yeah, around 2K a night, something like that, 5-bedroom, and epic on top of epic. This is what you guys can do if you just make $1 million, guys. You just gotta do it. Yes. So all right, back to Gavin here. So like, I'm just meeting him like 24 hours ago. So yeah, man, what's your story, dude? How did you get into e-commerce, and like, where were you 6 years ago? And yeah, give me your spiel.
Yeah, let's go through a couple of things. So first off, yeah, man, like I can go way back, which is like I sold weed for 8 years illegally in Canada.
Wow.
So
okay.
Kind of like
you're from Canada?
From Canada. So that was something I was always doing, that kind of thing, because when I first got into it, I was like smoking a lot of pot, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should just like sell a little bit of pot so I can smoke for free, you know. And then I started being like, wait, I don't want to get a job, so like, you know, I have to whatever, right? So you go down that path, but honestly it was like a really shitty path, because I was just like smoking weed and drinking and doing like nothing with my life.
Yeah, like a lot of guys are, like I was, you know, like.
Yeah, and not really, I had no idea about other things. Like I was never around it, so. But at one point, I met someone and he got me into fitness, and he kind of became a mentor. So I just really started taking like that seriously, and I was like finally doing something with a goal.
Yeah,
you know, like finally like pushing towards something. And then because of that, someone at the gym eventually was like, yo man, you should come to this meeting, I'm getting together with some sharp people, you know, the network marketing.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Classic. Yeah, it happened to me too when I was knocking doors. So
then I go to this meeting, and since I actually thought this was the only thing on the planet that existed like this, I was like, sign me up, let's go. You know, now I'm hitting up all my friends and family, blah blah blah. I get to the point where I'm watching this guy Cesar Rodriguez's video, who he's got a video called Headhunting on YouTube. I went out into the mall the next day, I put on a suit and had my iPad, and I would walk into the mall and I'd be like, who's the best salesperson here? Like, who's the manager? I was like acting like the fake it till you make it, right? And all these people would be like, me, because salespeople are competitive. So then everyone's competing, and then by the end of it, I'd be like, awesome man, here's the appointment, blah blah blah. And I'd be like, you're the type of person that's good with keeping appointments, right? And 9 out of 10 people would show up, whereas before like 1 out of 10 would show up, right?
That's a good line.
So it's an identity commitment, because if you get someone to commit to an identity, they want to hold up to it. So I was like, oh my god, that day I remember walking in my house being like, I know at some point in my life I'm gonna be very successful, because I'm like, if I figure out enough of these things over the time, I'm gonna be able to like do whatever. However, you know, I started doing this, I got into like some internet marketing stuff through that, and I kind of was like, screw this network marketing stuff, like internet marketing is where it's at. And then I went down the path of like trying basically maybe like 12 businesses and just failing over and over. The worst part about the failing though was, each time I would fail, I would just lose so much confidence, and then I would have no money. So now I'd be trying to start a business without money. That's when you start to get into like really fucking bad territories with yourself, with your relationships, borrowing money. I would borrow money from my friends, my family couldn't pay it back. Then I would have to like try to figure out some way to pay it back, but then I would try to borrow more money to like start another thing. And I went through this process for about 4 or 5 years, losing relationships, nobody wanting to be around me, isolating myself, depression, anxiety, like all you can freaking imagine. Which now like I've experienced every embarrassing, shameful, impossible thing I could have. And then I just kept reading books and studying and learning, and I'm like, I'm gonna figure this out. It was like that inevitability mindset. I'm gonna figure it out.
That's such a key mindset, and we had the same. I look at me and Parker, we had the mindset. We saw like Johnny and Jubril on YouTube, we were like, oh, if he can do it, why not us? Like, we're gonna fucking make it. Such a key mindset.
Yeah, and a line I always use is just like, I'm gonna figure it out. Like, I'm gonna figure it out. And just having that mindset in your life just gives you a lot of power, because no matter what, you know there's a way. So how I look at it is just like Elon Musk talks about. It's like, is it possible within the laws of physics? If it is, then that means it's possible. And then I ask myself, who else who was in a worse situation than me got out of that and is doing what I want to do? And if that's possible, it slays every excuse that you have. It's gone, you know? Because a lot of us want to like say, oh, it's because I'm this or because I'm that. Well, it's just a way to make ourselves feel better when we're not doing it. But it's bullshit. And as soon as we call ourselves out on our own bullshit, now we have some power, and now we can move forward and figure shit out. But if we don't, we're just always gonna be in that victim mindset or the learned helplessness mindset, and we're never gonna get anywhere. So what ended up happening, so I'm going through like all these years of figuring shit out. What happens is you make every mistake. So now you can't make all the mistakes anymore because you fucked up too many times. You've also gained marketing skills and sales skills and networking skills, and you've built somewhat of a network, and you've gone through all these things. So eventually this kind of I call it the circle of skills. So the circle of skills ends up coming together, and then eventually gets this one point of a moment of clarity where you can kind of like turn the safe, you know? It's like click, and you turn it and you open it up, and I see it. So here's one of the key mindsets that like just fucking changed everything. And I talked about this a lot. I did a speech at Mind Valley a couple weeks ago, and I talked about this topic, which is when you start to understand that paper in and of itself has zero intrinsic value, right? It's paper. There's no value in and of itself. We all just collectively believe paper has value. The problem is, if we believe something that doesn't have value has value, we're always gonna try to get that. But if you try to get money, it's always gonna run away from you. It's a really twisted mindset. So one of the mindsets that I would come to through Evan Pagan is he would say, how can I get $1 from a million people? All it takes is $1 each and I become a millionaire. You know? But again, it's the wrong mindset because you're trying to get from people. What if you were to flip over that mindset and say, how can I give $100 worth of intrinsic value to a million people? And then give more value than you receive, but you use a force multiplier called the internet, and you multiply it by so many times that you become wealthy, helping people get what they want. So it's the value equation, and when you can figure out that value equation, now it's almost impossible not to make money. So you ask yourself, what's intrinsically valuable to a human being? Then you ask yourself, okay, we have these three brains, a reptilian, mammalian, neocortex. These are our like things that actually matter to us. So safety, survival, love, connection, social status, self-actualization, transcendence. These are things that you go up this hierarchy of needs, and everyone's at one of those stages. So if you start to find out where your customers are in those stages and then solve their problems to fulfill that need, and you charge them less money, like paper, perceived at least less than what they're gonna pay you, then the equation works. And if you have that mindset and you see through those lenses, you can apply that to every business, and then you're always gonna be able to create value, which means you're always gonna have money, instead of trying to get money. Anyone on this who's watching it who's like doesn't have a lot of money, it's because they're not exchanging enough value. That's it. There's no other piece of it. Or they just make all the money and they just immediately spend it. There's that too. You want to invest your money and get it to work for you, which I'm still not that great at, I'll be honest. But I'm trying, you know.
We're always trying to get to that next level.
Getting to the next level. But that mindset, man, that's what changed everything for me. Because that was like, I started to realize, if you don't have money, it's usually because we're being selfish, thinking about us, like what's in it for me, WIIFM, right? It's all about what is in it for me. How can I get? It's like, flip it. How can I find a group of people that need that have some sort of problem, and I can be the solution to that problem, and then multiply it with the internet.
Fuck yeah. So if I'm watching this at home, I'm going, that's a great mindset, but all right, bro, how do I create a fucking e-commerce shop so I can get, you know, so I can get out of this hole, so I can quit my job? So this is something that I obviously get asked a lot. Of
course.
Someone who's,
real
you know,
tangible stuff.
like someone getting started. All right, like maybe they, you know, a past version of me or you. I was on the couch, like sleeping on the couch before I came out here, you know, smoking doobies, whatever. What's the best way, or what are some of the best ways to to start getting independent and start to start making money online.
Yeah.
And so you can make, you know, living that life. Yeah. You know, you can make this reality, be out here in Bali.
Yeah. So first off, there's so many ways you can make money on the internet. It's like really endless. So it really depends. I don't ever like to tell any cookie cutter ways of doing it, because everyone who's watching this is a different personality. Like I'm an ENTP personality type, so there's certain things that I can do in my business and certain things that I can't. Like I'm actually a horrible executor, so I need an operations person who's my business partner who can really do a lot of like the in the trenches work. I'm a visionary. I see things, I can sell the vision, I can get the team activating on that vision. That's why I can like spend less time working, because my mind is doing a lot of the work. But not everyone's that personality type. If you're the type of person who needs a business partner, one of the first things to do is like figure out what are your strengths, gifts, talents, what's your personality type, and then how can you find somebody who's doing things on the internet who's the same as you, who was where you were, and then got there, and then follow their blueprint, not just follow cookie cutter blueprints. The biggest problem I see is people see like Ty Lopez or this, that, the other, and they want to be the next this, but their personality type is completely different. They can't follow that blueprint. So I'm always looking for the people that I can follow their blueprint, who were, again, were where I was, who like are super unorganized, who like forget shit everywhere, who are like constantly like scatterbrained basically, but can have these like genius ideas that can go out there, and then they can build teams around their genius and then hire other people who are the genius in their areas. It's like there's a different level to this. So the first thing is like figure that out, but then immediately start to like take action on this stuff. So if you think you're gonna get from a video how to do it, you're not. You're gonna get a certain blueprint, but I failed so many times, and I'm happy I failed so many times. I'm also happy that I hit rock bottom so many times, because now I have nothing to fear. Like it was okay to go through that, because now I just don't, I could lose everything, and I will be just like, I'll tell everyone I lost everything. You know, I fucked up, but I'm gonna get it fucking back. You know, so I'm not gonna have that same fear. So sometimes it's good to just go out there, fuck up, make the mistakes, like keep taking action, but really figure out like where your personality type would thrive and find that person.
Ooh, that's giving me a great idea to do this personality, because I have like a quiz like on my blog, like take this quiz to figure out like which online business route
that's
to do.
huge too.
Like integrate personality types into that.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, man, this is the thing with like the network marketing, all that stuff, right? It's like they're all trying to recruit anyone with a pulse.
They're cookie cutter.
And it's a really sad thing, and then some people wonder why they can't succeed versus someone else, or what this, it's like, it's not meant for everybody, right?
Jabrizi. Yo.
You gonna take a picture, you guys?
Hold on, just hold this for a sec. I'm giving the camera. All right.
Oh yeah, that's a nice angle you got.
That's a nice angle. That's pretty good. Anyways, entrepreneur beast. He came up. Now he's winning. He's got his own film. Or put it down a little bit. Yeah, like that. He's got his own film team. He's making videos on YouTube. Check him out. And man. He's also big on Instagram, so follow his Instagram.
Appreciate this, man. I love these kind of talks, and like chilling out here with Jubril and Fufu and everyone, man. It's so cool, because I vision this stuff. Jubril, who's holding the camera right now, I saw his and Brian's perfect day video 7 years ago.
Wow.
Like 7 years ago, watched it. I wrote out 6 pages of what I wanted my life to look like, and my life looks like that now, except way better, because there's a higher level of consciousness, right? Wow. So it's like, it doesn't happen overnight, but like you gotta put that out there, and you just gotta move towards it and keep figuring out all the pieces along the way. If someone thinks they're gonna get all the pieces from this video, they're delusional. Like you're gonna figure out a lot of the pieces as you do the things. Like, you're gonna learn more about yourself, you're gonna get feedback, you're gonna optimize, you're gonna reflect, you're gonna keep that process going, and as you do that, you transform. The goal itself of the like millions may not be the actual goal. Maybe the real goal is like who you become, so then you can do even more.
Ooh, absolutely. Yo, you heard it from Gavin. Take action. I don't care what it is, do something. It's a year process. Me too. I started watching Jubril's videos like 6-7 years ago, so that's crazy. Now we're out here like literally in freaking heaven, like heaven on earth, bro. And it's bananas. It's because of the internet. So if you're already watching this, of course you're already halfway there, because you follow me, or you follow him, or you follow Jubril, or however you got to this video, you're already halfway there. So hopefully, honestly, see some of you homies out here around the world. It doesn't stop. who was I just saying? Oh, last night I was just talking to Nate and Hannah about like, because you said it's who you become, and I was just like, internet income, passive income is so amazing because what it allowed me is to become who I truly am. It gave me the time, the free time to become who I truly am. Isn't that fucking amazing? Yeah, so, because normally people are like 9 to 5, day in, day out. They don't have time to really focus on their passion, project, or whatever that may be to express themselves. Anyways, internet's a blessing. You're on the right place. Yeah, see you here in Bali. I don't know what to say. Jubril, you're next.
Peace, guys.
I'm gonna give you